Hey everybody, it's Albano here along with Nick Morgasen. A little bit of
Hello.
breaking news happening within the last half an hour or so. The MLB players have officially rejected the 60-game offer from the Major League Baseball in a 33-5 unanimous vote. And you'll see the next graphic coming up in just a little bit. But Commissioner Rob Manfred, we talked about on the past week or so that there were rumors that he was going to implement such a small season. We thought it was only going to be 48, 45 to like 50 games. It is a 60-game season, but he is implementing that, and that will start on July 29th.
Well, let's clarify one thing. It's not official, but that's the plan going forward. That Rob Manfred's going to implement a 60-game season. Nothing's official. Bob Nightingale was the first one to break that it's going to be a 60-game season. It was supposed to be 54 to 60 games regardless. But now that everything is involved and the players, in a unanimous way, like Tom just said, voted down the latest deal 33-5, it looks like we're heading for an implemented season.
Yeah, and I mean, what a journey it has been. But we kind of saw this coming. I mean, it's funny how just this time last week, we all of a sudden had some hope. We had a thought that maybe, just maybe, we were actually going to get baseball after all. That was when Rob Manfred and Tony Clark had their little meeting down in Arizona. And with all the lawyers out of the way, it seemed like there was progress being made. 60 games seemed right in the middle for what they wanted. And then, of course, as we know, the players said, no, we want 70.
So, you want to hear a statement from the MLBPA?
Yes.
Okay. So, this is the latest statement from the MLBPA. I'm sorry if I'm turning my head because I'm looking at the computer over here. So, the MLBPA Executive Board met multiple times in recent days to assess the status of our efforts to resume the 2020 season. Earlier this evening, the full board reaffirmed the players' eagerness to return to work as soon and as safely as possible. To that end, we anticipate finalizing a comprehensive set of health and safety protocols with Major League Baseball in the coming days. And we wait word from the league on the resumption of the spring training camps and a proposed 2020 schedule. While we had hoped to reach a revised back to work agreement with the league, excuse me, the players remain fully committed to proceeding under our current agreement and getting back on the field for the fans, for the game, and for each other. Now, everyone is underlining the whole current agreement. That's what everyone is focusing on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Can we not focus on agreements and focus on getting back on the field, which is what we're supposed to be doing?
There's another key point, by the way, there that is being passed over that you did make the statement for, and that's safely, because as we know, more trouble brewed over the weekend when you had the eight Toronto Blue Jays members, 5 players, 3 staff, I believe, test positive for COVID. A Phillies player test positive for COVID, and a Giants staff member test positive for COVID, and 4 Yankees, 3 staff. One, I think we still don't know if it was staff or a player test
It's
positive
all
for COVID.
a mystery.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, anyways, like I was saying, like you thought maybe after last week we'd have some progress after the one-on-one between Manfred and Clark, but you would think maybe after all this that a 60 somewhere meeting somewhere in the middle, like they were going to, it seemed like the direction they were going to, and do like a 65 or 66 game season was going to be the direction. But I guess we can't meet on the middle anymore. I think.
Well, my favorite cliche saying is beggars can't be choosers. And I think that fits very accurately right here because we're all begging for something, but the owners and the Players Association are choosing something else. So
I was gonna say because when the 60-game offer came out last week from Manfred and MLB, I'm just like I want the players to get more games for their sake because remember with the prorate how prorate works, the more games that they play, the more of their normal salary that they earn. But part of me was just like, please, just accept it, just
and
accept it.
and pardon my French, but could someone tell Tony Clark to shut the fuck up? Like seriously, because I'm tired of Tony Clark. I'm tired of him saying that the players deserve this and the players deserve that.
I'm tired
And
of Rob Manfred too, by the way.
Rob Manfred too.
I would say
Don't get me wrong.
Rob Manfred has put his foot in his mouth so many times in this process.
you know what? And I totally get it. The players need to be safe. The athletes need to be safe. They're putting their lives at risk to go out there. Some who have newborns in the house and need to protect their family. But we need to take a little bit of a step back here and realize that these guys make millions of dollars. And I think I said this to you on our Saturday show, that these guys make more money than some people who are out there unemployed and can't pay the bills, for crying out loud. Like, the players need to compromise in some aspect here.
Yes, but the owners also, I mean, come on. You have billions upon billions of dollars, and I feel bad for all the staff that they've had to furlough. I feel bad for all the minor leaguers, especially. As I say, now consider this: it's July. Oh, it's almost July. There's still no agreement. You can kiss a minor league season goodbye now.
Well, by the way, so who do you think just came out with the statement on social media? The Dennis Rodman of Major League Baseball.
Oh, are you talking about Trevor Bauer?
Yes.
Oh, great. What did he have to say? What did Hothead have to say?
So 1 minute ago on Twitter. Now, to voice my personal opinion, and in no way am I speaking on behalf of any other players or the union as a whole. I believe there is a deal to be had here that is beneficial for everyone involved, and I'm honestly not sure what the holdup is. What's the exasperated emoji?
Exasperated emoji?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
But talk about someone who's a hothead, but I don't know. You know what? I tend to agree with the players here. Like, I really do. But the owners, they need to wake up and say, all right, slap on the wrist. We're going to lose some money, and we need to come back and play. For your own sake of ratings and fandom. You need games.
Again, would it have killed both sides to not meet in the middle and do 65 or 66 games this season?
I mean, for crying out loud, just get back on the damn field. Seriously.
There's not, but now, of course, we got hit with the curveball, as I mentioned, over the weekend with the announcement of several players still testing positive for COVID, and now what the hell do you do?
Nothing. It's over. And what's going to happen is, like Nick had said, and you had said, and I think I put out a sarcastic tweet on our Twitter account. By the way, if you want to follow us at ETB Sports, it's right below us here on the screen. I sarcastically put out a breaking news tweet from the three of us saying that the season is over. Well, it's over, all right. It's way over. And there's going to be a grievance filed by the Players Association.
I guarantee you, like, we have right here now on our bottom line how Rob Manfred's going to implement the 60-game season. And now that the agreement was never agreed to, in which the players would have given up their right to a grievance, now they're going to file a grievance, which is going to delay the process even longer, which means we're not getting baseball this season. And I got a feeling you may be right. Like, I don't know how necessarily the union process will work. I'm not exactly on the business side of things. But you had said last week of they may lock out the players early before this current CBA expires. And at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised about anything.
Wait, it's going to be like a presidency. We're not going to have baseball for another 3 years.
Oh, God. If that happened, their ratings would be lower than what's the sport they're earning on ESPN right now? Cornhole.
Hey, cornhole's fun to watch, at least.
Cornhole's fun to play, too.
Yes, it is. But that's neither here nor there at this point. But the whole thing, the business of baseball is getting in the way of, I'm going to quote you, Tom, a kid's game. That's what we're talking about here. A kid's game that guys get paid millions of dollars for. Compromise for one season! Seriously!
I don't know how to feel anymore. I really don't know. Like I told you, at the rate that they're going, I'll next care about Major League Baseball when the Yankees are back in the World Series at this rate.
I'm sorry, though. The owners are wrong. Originally, like I said, the players were in the right and the owners were in the wrong. Now it's starting to even out a little bit now.
I think it's even. Listen, on the negotiating side, like the money matters and everything, I think the owners were kind of in the wrong. Like, I understand that they were going to lose money with no gate. I know the there's this whole controversy about the smoking gun email we talked about with Jesse Rogers, how it was like a few words in fine print. Um, so I can understand why, but the owners, they have billions of dollars. But now on the flip, you have the players, and yes, I do want them to get as much money as possible. But the longer that they waited, the more money technically they're screwing out of themselves because now it's just shorter and shorter. Now ultimately it's a 60-game season. And while they have their millions of dollars or their six figures, because most of them still have six figures, if not the millions, but I feel bad for all those, like I've said before, all these minor leaguers, all these prospects who are getting diddly squat now for the season. And some of them, because we don't know what the future is for minor league baseball, their dreams might be over.
Well, and I think I said this to you guys on Saturday as well, that remind me again what the minimum salary is for Major League Baseball players.
It's only like 50,000 and change or something.
No. The minimum to be a minimum wage player in Major League Baseball, it's $500,000.
$500,000, yeah.
Yes, we're not talking. You know how ecstatic, like the three of us, Nick not being here right now, like how ecstatic we'd be to make $500,000.
Yeah.
To be an average player.
To ride the bench.
Like we're arguing over millions, $250 million was the number they were talking about.
Yeah, $250 million is the difference.
So, like, we're arguing, we're tugging at straws here. That's the best terminology I can use at this point.
All right. Anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here. So yeah, here's your breaking news. The MLB players have rejected once again the 60-game offer from the MLB by unanimous vote, a 33-5 vote. Commissioner Rob Manfred will be implementing a 60-game season. That's expected to happen, and that is expected if such a season is played. That's supposed to start on July 29th. Again, that's if the season is played. We do expect, like the previous reports have had prior to this stuff being official, the players will file a grievance, and this process is just going to drag out longer.
Let's put it this way. This is like a bad lawsuit. Like, just you're going to keep pushing it, and then you're like, oh, wait, it's October. We can't play now.
So that's going to do it for us. We'll stick with you for all the latest updates on this ongoing saga. Follow us at ETB Sports Pod on Twitter. Like us on Facebook here. Follow Nick at Morgasen Radio. Follow me at Albano. And yeah, that's going to do it for us. For Nick Morgasen, I'm Albano, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.